What is going on with UN peacekeeping forces in southern Lebanon? They have been attacked by Israeli soldiers who have invaded the country to fight Hezbollah. These are attacks by a UN member state, and the UN force has described them as extremely serious. But before understanding what happened, we need to understand what UNIFIL is. The United Nations interim force in Lebanon was sent into the south of the country after a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah ended their war in 2006. There are about 10,000 soldiers from 50 countries spread across the area between the UN's so-called Blue Line along the Israeli border and the Litani River. The troops are there to support a UN Security Council resolution. It says that Hezbollah and Israeli forces should not be in the area. The resolution was never really implemented, but by monitoring, observing and reporting, by simply being on the territory, the mission was functional in deterring escalation. Israeli forces have now targeted several UN bases, wounding soldiers. UNIFIL said the attacks were most likely intentional. But this is not the first time recently that we have seen Israeli forces adopting an aggressive and provoking behavior towards UNIFIL bases. Satellite images obtained by Al Jazeera showed 40 tanks positioned near a UNIFIL base. At least 12 of them were less than 50 meters away behind sand fortifications. So what are the Israelis doing in southern Lebanon? Their stated aim is to dismantle Hezbollah's infrastructure, to create a buffer zone to allow the return of about 50,000 Israelis to their homes in the north. People there moved out to escape cross-border fire between Israel and Hezbollah after the start of the war in Gaza. After almost a year of that conflict, Israel launched a ground operation in the south of Lebanon, right where UNIFIL forces are. So why have Israeli forces attacked UNIFIL positions? Israel says its target is Hezbollah, but military analysts and diplomatic sources say Israeli attacks are meant to intimidate UNIFIL, possibly to push the mission out of the area altogether. The peacekeepers have already rejected a formal request by Israel to move out of the area. UNIFIL says its observation posts and monitoring cameras have been attacked. Israel also sees UNIFIL as having failed to fulfill its mandate to make sure Hezbollah was out of the area. Critics also argue that these attacks are in line with a concerted effort to prevent outside observation, a pattern of exclusion that we have seen with journalists in Gaza, in occupied West Bank, and in southern Lebanon.